Hello everyone. Today a short video um, just to show the basic steps you can follow to restore an old radio like this one, the classic 175 model by Philips, late 60s if I remember this right. A unique model, very robust, very reliable, sensitive receiver and all that. A classic model, I would say. You can find it on the Radio Museum online. At the back you can find the switch from shortwave to medium wave and the headphone jack, the antenna on the side, the volume and the tuning, um, and the battery compartment at the back holding 3 batteries. So that means our radio runs with 4.5 volts more or less. So the thing with these radios after so many years is that they create static, and by the time you try to tune it, or by the time you want to put up the volume or down, it creates static. During the operation you might need to replace the screws. I'm pretty sure gonna be rusty like those, because that was the way they made those back in the 60s or 70s. So yeah, keep in mind you might need to replace the existing screws and clean up the compartment, because it's probably full of rust like in this case. Now, for the most part, these radios do not suffer from anything else other than that dust, dirt, from all these years that have been working or sitting there somewhere. So what you have to do is you have to find this distinctive set of components, like the big variable capacitor, the switch, check the speaker, and maybe this jack for the headphone, a couple of electrolytic capacitors to see that nothing has been blown, and check the big antenna for the reception. And since everything is okay, and since the radio works but still creates static, all you have to do is to clean it up with some domestic gasoline, pure domestic gasoline, and this will take away the dirt. So all you have to do is to take a medical syringe, fill it with white pure domestic gasoline, the one that you've been using for removing stains in clothing, and just feed the switch from every side and play with it so it can go everywhere around it and inside, and clean the contacts underneath, and do the same later with the big variable capacitor right on the left, right there. Put some gasoline inside and play with the knob so it goes from end to end, and this will clean the contacts inside. Believe me, there is a lot of dust and dirt inside the capacitor, but it's not visible, but believe me, it's there. So play around with it, with the knob, and let it go from end to end, and this will clean the contacts. And do the same with the volume knob, the very same thing. Just put some the syringe underneath the PCB and clean the volume variable resistor. Actually, that's what it is, the volume knob. And do the same thing, pump it up or down, and this will clean the contacts. Again, do the same thing a couple of times, play around with the switch, play around with the tuning knob so that the variable capacitor gets clean from the inside. Same for the switch, again play around with it and do the same finally with the volume knob. Check for other things like the wiring, that everything is in place, nothing has been cut, and then you're done. And this is exactly what I like most about this technology. It's simple as it gets, and it's gonna be working for years and years with little attention, and it's gonna be there for you whenever needed. Just keep this in mind. This is so easy to restore old radios like this one, following a few simple steps on your own. And thanks for watching. I'll be catching you with another video soon. Consider subscribing, you know the drill, and I will try to follow up with another video soon. Just remember, always keep an AM radio, shortwave, long wave, medium wave in your house. Do not rely on FM only, because FM limits the distance. So in a post-apocalyptic world, you gotta have short wave, long wave, medium wave at home. That's all I can say. Thanks for watching.